Oh, it's nice to see you out. We've got Natasha O'Reilly here. I noticed you're not participating in this event. What are you helping out a team? Are you coaching? What's going on?
I'm not playing women's league, but I will be playing co-ed. I decided not to play women's just because I wanted to take a little break and just help out Chaos in their games for the future. But I will be playing with Chaos in league.
Will you also be playing with Chaos in the Rio Cup?
Unfortunately, I haven't decided what I'm doing for provincials.
So you don't have a team. Does that mean you're a free agent?
Maybe.
The men's team is looking for another player.
I take payments in cookies.
I can definitely afford a cookie as a payment. Looks like we're going to have probably a men's game coming up. I'm assuming that we're alternating. Oh, looks like Morris is running a little windmill clinic there, teaching players how to throw underhand. JC Morris is a player who played in the United States on a softball scholarship, as I understand it. So no surprise that she has lots of dodgeball talent.
It does show, yeah, their underarm ability for sure.
All right, so I see Goons coming up. Goons, the team coming up from America to win the prize money here in Canada. Unfortunately for them, the prize is in Canadian rubles, so not going to be nearly as valuable as their own currency. But
it's an exchange rate.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm sure that they could buy some peanuts or something.
I'll probably pay for the gas back home.
Actually, the prize money will probably pay for the gas there and back.
Definitely. Most of these players actually had the opportunity to talk to Jeremy Bizzle there with the black headband.
All right, so I'm just going to toot my own horn again about having an electric car. It is so much less expensive than driving a gasoline vehicle.
Oh, I'd imagine.
I used it purely to go to work and back in the month of August. I drove about 500 kilometers, and it cost me $5 in electricity.
It's not bad. My only complaint of why I might not want one yet is the infrastructure for when I'm traveling.
Yes and no. There is infrastructure across the United States with fast chargers, Tesla charger stations.
Yes. Canada.
But here's the thing. Every gas station has electricity. All of them.
True.
They have lights.
Right.
So they have electricity.
But how long does that charge take?
But, well, in a modern electric vehicle, so a great example, like Hyundai Kona is about 420 kilometers of range. The Kia Soul has 450 for the electric version. The Tesla Model 3 ranges between like in the 300 to the 500 range, depending on which one you buy. The Model S can have, I believe, 550, again, depending on the battery pack you get. You can get the new Volkswagen ID lineup. The models are going to be based on the battery range, so 300 on the low end and 550 on the high end. And when you consider a gasoline vehicle, this went totally off from Dodgeball, but when you consider the gasoline vehicle typically gets about 400 to 500 kilometers per tank.
Right.
It's the same. So you should be able to get from gas station to gas station.
Oh, my worry is not getting from gas station to gas station is how long that charge takes, right? Especially, if you're trying to make a...
So most fast chargers can get you to 80% in 20 minutes or less.
Okay, that's not bad. See, I always heard an hour for like...
Yes, to get you to the full charge, because you can't just dump electricity into a battery all the way without causing some damage, right?
Sounds like a bad idea.
So you could go, like if you have a vehicle that has a 420 kilometer range, so 80% of 420 is going to be in the 320 range. Yeah, you could absolutely do it, and just every time you stop for a meal.
Exactly. All right, I am being replaced by Gareth G-Money.
All right, so
he wants to take over. All right, so we'll see you all down the road.
I'm very excited to bring you this game. Coming up, we have the Monstars, so basically the players to beat from Manitoba, the team that has won numerous events.
Almost every destroyed us in the quarters.
Almost every event that they have signed up for in the last few years, they have either won or been second place. And coming up against Goons, literally the best players from America.
Yep. Very similar,
and they're off.
Balls to the wall play style from both teams.
Looks like a dirty block there. So that's going to be a single player advantage for Monstars. And a hit there on Element.
So Goons have the advantage of throwing against the wall first round.
Absolutely. So the unfortunate part about these courts is that the distance between the back line and the walls is uneven. That's why we're switching every round. I'm almost thinking that for the finals, they should move it to the other gym where we have a bigger court. Oh, look at, whoa. Stidham there with a really nice pressure to keep them from making that team catch.
The scariest thing about Stidham, he has no emotion in his face as he whips the ball at you 100 miles an hour.
Great game face on him. His poker face is unreal. You know who that reminds me of is Kara Swan.
Kara Swan.
She communicates nothing on her face during a game. It is pure poker face the whole time. You will not get a read off that woman. I actually was expecting to see her out at this event.
She was an underdog, I believe.
Okay, I didn't really get to. I didn't see Underdodge around really. They must have always been in a different
I did
location. Yeah, I definitely didn't get to broadcast any of theirs. Oh, and a nice hit there on Bizzle.
One-on-one.
Clarence Alfaro versus Stidham. Alfaro gets his fitness from CrossFit.
The fittest you can be is CrossFit.
I always wondered, what is it crossed with?
Like, are you? Oh.
Ooh, a greedy shot from Alfaro, but it paid off.
Yeah, both these teams, fearless. They're free to take any shot they want, really.
I got to say, if you were coaching that player, you probably wouldn't tell him to take that shot. You want him to keep that ball in his hand for defense. But he made it count,
yes.
And that's what won the round.
It's a great moment when your team is screaming at you not to throw, you throw, and you make the hit, then you look like a genius.
Also, I think Stidham didn't think he was going to be that greedy, especially not this early. Oh, and a nice hit from Dupasquier off the top.
Monstars deadly off the rush.
Really showing their chops.
They beat us every time. Dupasquier especially. Just stood at the line and caught him.
He's just so fast. DJ Dupasquier is a player that I've been rooting for. Oh, look at that catch. I've been rooting for Dupasquier for about 2 years now. He helped me win the first Premier League. I think he just didn't get any respect for a while. I shouldn't say any. He just didn't get enough respect. He wasn't on any of like the real top teams.
Yeah,
then
you need a top team to really showcase.
Yeah. So Monstars won the 2019 Real Cup, which meant that they got to be Red River Rebellion representing Manitoba as the A team. And in asking players to join them, one of the players they asked was Dupasquier, and I think he's really fit the team comp.
You know who they didn't ask? Me.
They didn't want G money?
They didn't want.
So you'd say they're G poor?
G poor.
They're G broke. Yeah. There's no G money in their G wallet.
And for this tournament, they've added Woods.
Yep, nice hit on Stidham.
Squad.
You see that right on the inside of his leg there? He didn't even know if it was a hit until the referee confirmed it. Stone with some nice blocks there. Oh, and Dupasquier goes to high. Oh, and they close the round off 1-all. Can Monstars defeat the Super Clones?
The thing about these high-level players is they won't be rattled right now.
No.
There's
it's 2-0. I thought it was 1-all
yeah.
for some reason.
It's 11 minutes left. They're calm. They're not yelling. They're.
Oh, they got plenty of time. It's early. There we go. Clark Oden there. Looking for it. Dupasquier. Oh, and the nice team catch.
Lucky with the ricochet.
That was unreal. Where did Dupasquier get that long sleeve Monstars shirt? I haven't seen that.
Oh, I think he.
Oh, I think there's a wet spot on the floor. Gross.
I think he might have made it himself. I just want to shout out my mom, Grumpy Cloud T-shirts. If you need a custom shirt like DJ's wearing, she'll make one for you.
Really? Will she make me a Monstars shirt?
Sure. She'll put anything on anything.
Yeah, well, I guess they probably haven't trademarked the logo.
She actually received a from the Walt Disney Corporation at one point.
Oh, was that to do with? Oh no, because Walt Disney doesn't own. It was a Warner Brothers thing. I actually really like the old Monstars logo where it was MB instead of WB in like the like the Warner Brothers logo style.
Sure, yeah.
I really like that logo a lot.
And they
Oh, he lined out anyway, even if the block wasn't dirty.
Perez not really getting many throws off this game. He's
Oh, and
maybe the
Bizzle lines
he's
out. That sideline just killing. Oh, and Stidham tickles him.
Tickles him.
Yeah, did you not see him tickle
Oh, I
Bizzle
missed
right
the
there?
tickle.
It was a Bizzle tickle.
A Bizzle tickle.
Quite fickle, that Bizzle tickle. you don't want to trickle those Bizzle tickles.
If you do it correctly.
Then you could end up with a Bizzle pickle.
Oh, the Monstars missing off the rush for the first time in this game.
Do you know how much that costs us? How much that costs?
I'm going to say a nickel.
Yeah, it is. Oh, boy. Rhyming is fun.
You know, your brother earlier.
Yeah, was he still talking about Carnation Instant Breakfast?
Instant breakfast. We haven't mentioned that in a while.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about, but he just really likes that instant
He
breakfast.
is a professional comedian, so
He is actually.
you never
He
know
also
how their minds work.
he's also the host of a talk show. He hosted The Week Thus Far on Shaw Access Television for I think 5 years.
So the David Letterman of Winnipeg Dodgeball.
Yeah, pretty much. Nice throws there, but even better dodging from Stidham, getting up in the air, keeping his legs tucked in longer than you would expect. Dubuque just ready to hide behind Woods.
And Woods.
Just flopping out there.
Patented charge.
Going full Magikarp. Just using Splash right there on the ground.
So
Oh, that looked like a ricochet. Oh, and Dupasquier with the trade on Stone. But the Goons are up players, so
and
trading
that's when
is...
you take that trade.
Yeah. As long as you're not the strongest player on your team trading for the weakest on the other team, if you're up players, you almost always should trade.
And it's really hard to say who the strongest in this super squad is.
Yeah. You know what they say? When life gives you lemons, you clone those lemons and make super lemons. And that's what I would say these guys. They're the super clones.
Whoa,
Ooh,
what
that
a
hit on
throw.
Moises. And Moises is not an easy player to hit.
Very fast.
Chris Moises, also phenomenal Smash Bros. Player.
Is he?
Oh, yes. I had a tournament, a Smash Bros. Tournament for my birthday, and he came out. And I only beat him through some real jank, but it was a very close event. He easily could have taken that.
I think what you refer to as a button masher,
Oh, yeah.
which is very frustrating for people that take their video games seriously.
Yeah, it's eventually you learn what those buttons do so that you know when to use them. Actually, for a time, I was worried that my body was not going to be able to stand up to competitive dodgeball anymore, so I started practicing Smash Bros. As like a parachute competitive outlet. Should I not be able to continue in dodgeball, I would just start playing Smash Bros. Competitively. But then I learned that, you know how much time you put into dodgeball? Like, top players put in at least an hour a day. You know, the ones who make Team Canada or their national squad, right? They have to put in that time commitment. You're not limited to just 1 hour if the video game you're playing is competitive. You can play video games all day, and there are people who do.
There are.
And given that I have a full-time job, I will never be able to play enough Smash Bros. To be properly competitive.
Maybe that's a retirement plan for you. If
No, I mean, I still have a social life. I don't think it's possible for me to get to that level. Ooh, and he landed right on his knee. Look at Dubuque move there. Unreal.
he's got springs in his feet.
Somebody needs to just like cut that video segment and make a GIF of that.
Oh, it's pronounced GIF.
Well, the guy
will
who
we ever
created the
know?
format calls it GIF. I still think it should be GIF just based on how the English language works.
No.
Is he Mr. GIF? Is that his name?
No, he says that it's called GIF.
For no reason.
Well, I believe his reasoning is that it's graphical interchange format.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. I'm not going to go drink a bottle of gin,
No, me
you know,
neither.
at Fort Gibraltar.
Marco from the outside disagreeing with everything Stacey Hewen just said. Phonetically, it's pronounced G.
An I after a G makes a J noise.
Oh, and the Goons take the round, and they're going to have to push hard to tie this game up. I feel like they're going to go fast but smart.
Is that
Which is
because that's
Stone
what they just
just
said? Yeah. You know what I prefer? Fast and loud. Absolutely.
I feel like playing dumb and slow. Again, off the rush, Monstars, deadly.
Yeah, they got a real fast opening rush. I thought there was something wrong with my tights, and I realized they're just ripped and I was touching leg hair.
You got to pay extra for those hairy tights.
Yeah. Chewbacca tights.
4 balls, 4 Goons. They only have 3 minutes and 45 seconds left, so they're really going to have to push it.
Oh, and a nice hit on Woods, but then Bizzle taken out.
And Dupasque
Yeah.
not catching it for once this tournament.
Bizzle fizzling out.
Okay. Nice hit by Perez, who I think has the scariest arm in this tournament.
Really?
It's left-handed. He'll throw from anywhere.
I'm going to have to watch him. Oh, and a pop-up. Oh, and the ball killed him
And the
before.
U.S. take the round, and it's getting real interesting now. 3-2.
All right, so let's talk about that catch and why that didn't count. Do you want to walk people through that?
I believe it hit Moises in the foot and hit the ground before he made the catch, so he was already eliminated.
And in order to make a catch, what do you need?
You need 2 points of contact.
That's right.
In the
So
court.
he was still in the air. He did not have 2 points of contact on the ground, so the catch was not valid, unfortunately for him.
Oh, Woods missing the,
fumbling the catch.
it's gone a bit crazy all of a sudden.
It has. Would you say that it's fast but smart?
If this is fast but smart, it's... Oh, there you go.
Great
That's that
honesty from
Perez
Moises.
Deadly.
So
left-handed
realistically,
cannon.
Alfaro and Wu now, they need to run this one.
And they're very capable, especially Wu. Very hard to hit.
I think that they should be confident in their team's ability to win 6-on-6. So what they want to do is they want to run the timer out. So they put it into sudden death to make it 3-all, so like they go into the next round with a full team. I mean, between these two, they can still win it. Don't get me wrong. But I think they need to play it slow and steady and not take any risks.
Yes, you're going to not want to get caught out by Alfaro.
Wu
Get
gets
out.
knocked out.
Sometimes a throw is so good, even the best blocker in the world can't do anything about it.
Are you referring to Wu as the best blocker in the world?
Yeah, I
Because
called Eldon Wu the best blocker in the world.
not
Ooh.
that would be, I'd say that's accurate. Close enough. He's so hard to hit if he's got 2 balls. Rivals Glenn Sanfilippo for difficulty in hitting when he's loaded. He's got a wicked left arm throw as well.
And they make the hit. And it's 3-all with a minute left. Now the momentum's with the Goons, but Monstars don't seem rattled either. They know they're
Goons?
capable of winning any round.
And they really, really brought this back, eh? They were down 3-0 at one point.
It's that fast but smart.
Yes.
The FBS.
It's so hard to do both.
right.
You can be fast or you can be smart quite easily.
It's hard for me to do either. So
Oh, and look at that toss from Moises and a good pass off to Dupasque, but it doesn't connect on Clark Oden.
oh, the double there.
No. Oh, and they're calling Woods out. Stone saying it wasn't a hit, but the referee saying it was.
Stone, one of the classiest people in dodgeball.
You don't make it to the top level without being a class act.
Not in this sport. In
No.
most sports, it's possible. So now we're sudden death 6-on-2.
Oh no, 6-on-2. This was Monstars' game, and Goons just brought it back.
But you have Dupasque on the court, and one catch can turn this whole thing around.
So you see everybody reminding each other no blocking. 'cause
No
it's
blocking in their Minnesota accent.
Number one. No blocking.
No blocking, eh?
Oh,
nearly
no.
mixed. That was a risky play by Bizzle. But
Leaving
he
just
sizzled.
Dubuque.
And Perez makes the catch to win the whole shebang.
And that was all mitts. That was just pure fingertips. Oh, that is a heartbreaker for the Monstars. They almost took Team USA all the way to the end there. That's,
And then I guess, what would happen if Monstars beat Team USA? Would they not become the new Team USA?
yeah, I think that would be their right.
So maybe it's better for international relations that this was the result.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that maybe the Canadian Embassy stepped in there. They said, you guys need to throw this one. You know, we can't afford to have another incident with the United States. We don't want to burn the White House down again.
Again. They got to
Again.
write a second anthem.
You know, I mean, like, we'd have to get some lighters, maybe some gas.
So do we have a break now before co-ed begins?
Was that finals?
Marco, was that finals? I feel like we
It
should
might as
know.
well have been. Those are the two strongest teams.
Yeah, I don't see how that could not be finals.
Unfrickin' real. That was a great game. Really enjoyable to watch. I just want to say, you saw some great plays from Monstars there. They took an early lead. And then as far as psychology goes, you made a great point about how even when they're down, those top-level players don't get in their heads. And they brought it back.
Yes, a great example of that is Rampage, who
Is that how you pronounce it? I always thought it was Rampage.
Rampage, two-time national champions, at least two
Yeah.
times, are never phased by losing a round because they know. I guess we should know that.
They didn't give us the schedule, so we're like, yeah, I know which one it is.
So your men's champions are Goons, and then I'm not sure who won the women's game on the other court, but that was the final also.
Oh, I think they had to run the women's at the same time, just for time reasons. That's unfortunate. I would have really loved to have watched the women's final.
And it looks like the winning teams are receiving
Gift bags.
gift bags with balloons.
Are they full of cash?
They're not going to get those balloons across the border.
Please tell me those gift bags are full of cash. Yeah. Or was it knockout versus? Was the knockout versus Madhouse? Was that the women's final?
Yes. No. No, they,
Are you sure?
I believe it was Team Edmonton against Madhouse for the championship.
It's really hard without a monitor up here to keep track of stuff.
It looks like from the way they're lined up.
Hey, big shout out to the Monstars taking
And
silver.
Moises is collecting the money. Recently engaged, he could probably use that money.
Yeah, weddings ain't cheap. Wedding industry, it's a big industry. You ever
That's
been,
the industry to be in.
you ever been to the wedding show?
No?
I
But
wa-
I was married. Shout out to my ex-wife, who won't be listening.
Oh yeah, who's your ex-wife? I have one too.
Well, maybe they're friends.
Shout out to my ex-wife, common law though.
Okay.
Yeah, Patricia Orton. If you're watching, I would be
said her
very
name.
surprised.
I'm not going to say my ex-wife's name.
I'll just have to look
Just
you
know
up.
that she exists.
That's good. Hey, shout out to me for sponsoring the women.
Shout out to you, buddy. Oh, so it looks like Madhouse did win the women's division.
Oh, Rainbow Thunder got knocked out. I didn't see that.
Yes, I was shagging that game.
Oh, that's
Very
deeply
close.
important. Who did they lose to?
To this team, the Edmonton
Passau? PFAO, Bafau.
team. The foul.
Foul.
They ran a foul of the rules.
They run, yeah, Bafau. So, a real big shout out to all the teams that won. I would say that like the real competition is in the gendered divisions, and then mixed like co-ed starts up, and that's a little more fun, a little more recreational, a little less intense.
It
Take it to the championship, Stacey.
And I
it
think
is less intense until you get throwing, take a ball to the face, suddenly you're
See, I think it's just
back-playing
because like
dodgeball.
people have to put their all into it, and they really like wear their body out trying to win that gendered division. And so then by the time by the time mixed comes around, like oftentimes you're really digging deep there, and that's why I think people are just a little friendlier about it.
Oh,
Now,
for
if you
sure.
have a tournament that's only mixed from start to finish, then usually that's going to be real cutthroat.
I would play in a tournament that was only mixed.
I think we do. I think you do many times, actually. Lots of those come around. When Dodgeball Manitoba does their changing of the seasons events, for example.
Never get asked to play in those.
No?
No.
Have you considered asking people? That's how I get to
No,
play.
that's why I'm single. Waiting to be asked.
Well, many people in the dodgeball community recently single. I don't know if you've ever heard, when you look at the analytics on a rec sports page, like for example on the Dodgeball Winnipeg website, the number one thing people look at in the same session as dodgeballwinnipeg.com, dating sites.
Huh.
So they open
How
up their
do you have
browser
that information?
because I own Dodgeball Winnipeg.
Okay.
So if you look up the analytics on your website, Google Analytics will tell you about all the different things that happen on your website. Like cookies, that's what they're for, right?
Okay.
So 11% of people who look at the Dodgeball Winnipeg website in the same session will also look at a dating site.
See, in my day, cookies were for eating, and now they're for spying on you.
I mean, cookies, maybe in the Cold War they were also for spying. But if you're looking to meet new people, a recreational sport is a great way to go. It's a good way to get fit, to stay active, and to make new friends. And who knows? Maybe you'll even end up dating one of those new friends.
Maybe she'll be JD Sanch, who has asked me to mention her single status.
Oh, is
I've
she single now? I thought she had a boyfriend for a bit there.
I'm not sure, but I've mentioned it maybe 6 or 7 times.
So if you're interested in The Bastion, Jenna D. The Bastion Sanch is single and looking, I guess.
Single, ready to mingle, as the kids say. Yeah, just drop a note in the stream.
I actually don't know how you announced your divorce, but I announced mine by going on Facebook and just posting fat, single, and ready to mingle.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I was divorced before social media really took off.
Oh, well, that must be nice.
So I just,
I think we're going to have to, unless you guys want to keep this going in between, I think we're going to have to take a break before co-ed starts up. I'm going to be...
Mitch is sick of us.
Yeah, I'm going to be clocking out for a little bit. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. My name is Stacey Hewen,
And I'm Gareth G. Money Williams.
and thanks for...
Marco, still sitting here.
Yeah,
All right.
Marco's still here.
Yeah, and Marco's still here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll catch you in about 5-10 minutes.
Okay, peace out.